there's some dusty music, Randy. We found some for
I did.
for Art coming up here.
I did. I got new music for him.
Yeah.
Little Texas music.
Where's your burnt Texas orange? I got mine on.
Really?
We're going down to Tejas for the third of 5 visits on the tour this season.
Yeah.
And,
sort of home down there in Texas.
oh, my gosh. You betcha.
We have, this is the, I don't know, this is an update. We got a new member of the Libations style media team, and he's been on before, and he might be on in the future, but...
let's see if he behaves himself for this interview.
Know. He is a legendary...
Somehow we got him away from the down-home barbecue and the brisket down there.
Anyway, we have on this particular feature, that's our Links and Libations Golf on the Road feature with Art Stricklin. If we could just find Art Stricklin. Art?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, did you clean yourself up well from the barbecue line, Art?
Barbecue and brisket, brother. Don't leave home without it.
Goodness. Rumor has it Sergio has dried out from his Masters experience after that 13 at 15 on Friday, and he's ending a 7-year absence from the PGA Tour venue that he helped to design with Greg Norman. So Sergio's back.
He's back. His wife's from Austin. They've got a ranch in Austin, so it's a home game for Sergio. Of course he's coming back.
Yeah, you got Bo Hostler, the University of Texas standout, who just missed getting into the Masters with his playoff loss in Houston. Oh, yeah.
Ian Poulter, man. Ian Poulter.
Yeah, but Jimmy...
Isn't Taylor Gooch a Texas boy?
Yeah, well, he went to Oklahoma State.
Oh, that's just North
That's close
Texas.
enough to claim him, yeah.
Yeah, and of course you got Jimmy Walker, our PGA champion recently.
San Antonio guy. He's another hometown lad.
Jonathan Vegas, he's out there too, I think, as well.
Another UT guy.
But Patrick Reed still got the Masters hangover. He skipped out, I heard.
Well, he originally committed before the Masters. Patrick was born here in San Antonio and grew up playing golf at the Dominion, which is maybe 10, 15 minutes away.
Right.
So he did that, and, he is taking a pass, so they got to give somebody else $1 million check for the winner.
Yeah, let's talk about this big venue or adjacent to that big Marriott hotel. I think it's the biggest in North America out there.
Right.
The TPC San Antonio. They're on the Oaks. They got a Pete Dye course there as well. But I was there when they were blasting through the rock to put the clay down to get the soil in there to conserve all the water when they were building this thing with those oak leaf bunkers. But I understand the wind was howling early in the round on Thursday or mid Thursday, and the scores were up, weren't they?
Well, they promised me there'd be no math when I took this job, but I did do a little research. 8 rounds in the 80s today, only 16 in the 60s.
Whoa.
So you know how good these guys are to have 8 rounds in the 80s, only 16 in the 60s. It was blowing a gusty one today. And it's
Norman and Sergio routed that layout through the Texas Hill Country. There was a minimalist feel and look to it with all that native vegetation. Remember what happened to Kevin Na back in 2011 out there?
Well, funny you bring that up with Sergio becoming Kevin Na. Well, 16 here at the TPCO. 16. I didn't stutter when I said that. 16.
Oh, yeah, he came back the next year with chainsaw in hand, didn't he?
All right, still coming back, but. Yeah, it's a tough test. It really is. But, great conditions. The players love staying at the JW Marriott. It's beautiful. We've got a big water park for the families.
Right.
You got Riverwalk down here. You got San Antonio hospitality. I mean, it's a great week for everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's the most visited city in Texas with the Alamo, the Riverwalk, Six Flags Fiesta, SeaWorld, and all that great Hispanic culture down in San Antonio. Oh, my goodness. But back to the JW Marriott, I understand they put the picture of the previous year's winner, that would be Kevin Chappell this year, on all the hotel room keys. Is that right?
That is exactly right. And
does he like that?
I talked to him yesterday. He said, man, I've been getting some grief from players saying, I'm sick and tired of seeing your picture.
Yeah,
I said, well, I'm sick and tired of seeing me too.
Yeah, he said, believe me, I'm tired of being in everybody's room. And that one shot
get you in trouble some places.
That one-shot victory over Brooks Koepka. He went on to play for the President's Cup. And speaking of President's Cup, Ryder Cup, Jim Furyk's in the field this week.
Right, a former upcoming Ryder Cup captain. So certainly a big week for him. Bob Estes in the field, another former Texas Open champion. A lot of good players, a lot of good local players. And, I think that people sometimes forget just how many great players have come from Texas, and a lot of them playing here this week.
Well, we're talking with Art Stricklin, who is a legendary golf writer from the state of Texas, and I know he's traveled all around the world this past year, having gone to Thailand and back home, ended up in the Masters. But I also saw one of your former champions today, just a glimpse on TV. They said he had a 151-yard sand trap shot, and Mr. Zach Johnson found himself in a trap, and I couldn't see any green off in the distance. Unfortunately, he was going backwards down a hole. He had driven it into a fairway right.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Accuracy, and it was like, oh, my goodness. But he did well. I mean, he got her up in the area anyway, but it was sort of funny.
This is where he earned the nickname of back-to-back Zach.
Yeah.
He won here back-to-back years, and when they played over Wakan Terra golf course, not too far from here. So Zach's here, interesting. Adam Scott's here. A lot of master champions. Adam Scott and Zach and Triple Immelman. A lot of good players. Ernie L's playing this week.
Right.
So, there's a lot of good players, and, pros are always looking at how does my game feel this week? What can I do to tune it up?
Yeah.
And the pro mentality is that we got a big year coming. We've got Players Championship upcoming. We've got U.S. Open, obviously, at Shinnecock. So how can I tune my game up? What can I do? And really, Kevin Chappell used this as a springboard to the President's Cup last year.
Right.
So what could any of these guys, young guys, what could they do to use the springboard toward the Ryder Cup in Paris?
Yeah, this former top-ranked amateur, I don't know how to pronounce this thing. Is it Joaquin Niemann making his pro debut?
Joaquin Niemann.
Joaquin Niemann making his pro debut this week at the Valero Texas Open. This 19-year-old, I think from Chile, I believe. Chile,
correct,
just kept his amateur status through the Masters, and now he's turning pro, so he will not be able to. He'll have to qualify for the U.S. Open and the Open, but he played 9 holes, I heard, earlier in the week with Sergio as well.
He did, and certainly, he was ranked as the number 1 amateur in the world for over a year, one of the longest ever stints for a world number 1 amateur. He played the Masters. He won the Latin American amateur championship,
right,
which got him in the Masters. So, a ton of talent. And, that's the thing, that there's so many young, talented guys. And the guys that were young and talented 5 years ago, well, they've been replaced now by the young and talented ones now. So, we're getting to see some of the future stars on display here in San Antonio. Certainly Anthony Kim's played here before when he was a young star. A lot of great players have been here. And so, this is where you learn how to hone your craft, and I've got to hone my craft at the media dining lounge.
Yes.
This interview goes much longer.
Oh, we're going to get out. Just a quick comment. Adam Scott's back. He has the Texas Slam, one of just a few individuals. He's playing this week, but he's in danger of losing his major streak, 67 straight, and he's like 59 in the world. He's got to stay in that top 60 in the world to get into the U.S. Open. Otherwise, he's going to have to qualify.
Yeah, he didn't have a good day today either. I think he shot 3 over, and he's got a tough day coming back.
All right, Art's getting hungry.
Well, wait a minute. I got a question. I got a question.
All right.
It's good. Always good to be with friends here. I'll even take an interruption. And, of course, the other thing that's going on tonight is that the Spurs are playing their NBA playoff game against Golden State. So, the players are a lot of players will be at that game. I can promise you that.
What row are you in at that game, Uncle Art?
I'm in the Valero suite. Thank you very much. Right in the center with lots of food.
So tell me, in the morning when I called you this morning, you said you had to go work the tee line. How do you work that T line? Do you have to hand out 20s and 50s to get an interview, or how do you approach these guys? You know?
Hey, these are all my friends. I've been doing this forever.
Hey, I can attest to that.
I mean, Nate wasn't even in swaddling clothes when
Right.
I started doing this.
Yeah, Randy, Art and I used to bunk together on those media tours. Those were good days. Art, looking forward to hitting the road with you again here shortly.
I sure hope so. Those were some good days. We'll go down to Wajitas, Boot Ranch.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of tours we
Took
can
that
make.
private jet down, and oh my gosh, that ended up as a cover story down in Australia. That was a great gig.
Well, wait till you see.
That's the way we should be treated all
That's
the
right.
time, brother.
Well, I've been working, this guy, the old guy sitting over here, the quiet guy. I've been working on an East Coast 11-state tour that you youngsters
Yes.
we're looking at
Let's
in
go.
the fall. Well,
I'm in.
go to Live Eco Style Art, and you're going to find a new header up there. It's called The Art of Something.
Art of golf,
the Art
golf.
yeah, something like that. Talks about legendary golf tours and trips, and
Yeah.
you're going to line
Art
up
of
for
golf
us.
travel. Come on,
All right, buddy.
Anyway, we're going to
We got 2 spots left for Cypress Point. You want to go to Cypress
Oh,
Point? 2
jeez.
spots left for June.
Oh man, that sounds great, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, Tim and I will be there. We really appreciate you doing that for us, Art.
Oh yeah, Art Strickland.
And just send those
Anything
passes.
I can do for you guys.
Author
Well,
of
first class travel would
Yeah.
be good along with that.
Yeah.
But
Art's-
Art, we really appreciate all you do for our Links and Libations, family here, the Live Eco Style team, and now with Art being part of our full family. I actually, Art, today I was talking with a young man out in the East Coast, and he said, "You got this Art Stricklin guy. That's pretty cool."
He's got to get Art's books, Links, Lore, and Legends.
I know, Links, Lore, and Legends
Of Texas.
And he wrote that. I
Yeah.
understand. He's the president of.
Ben Hogan did the foreword.
He's a
Well,
president.
thank you. Wow, you've got your memory's razor sharp there, young man.
All right, Art, get back to the barbecue line. Thanks for coming in. Have a great Texas Open out there in San Antonio.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, one of Art's going to head down to the Esquire, Randy, historically one of the oldest cocktail bars down in San Antonio.
I would think he'll just take that big wad of cash that he has in his
Oh,
pocket,
yeah.
go down there and just buy drinks for all his friends.
Yeah, it's just off the Riverwalk, that gorgeous Riverwalk. But,
I've been on that Riverwalk, and in the boat.
Yeah, in the boat. We go in. And every time you go under a bridge, you have a toast,
Exactly, you do.
and it's tough the next morning.
Isn't the Alamo there?
The Alamo is there.
Did you hear that legend about there's gold buried under the Alamo?
I did not.
Yeah, they are. The problem that they have is that if they allow people to go there and search it out, it's going to be digging up a historical thing. But they feel that there are a ton of gold. Is just
All right. Well, before we leave San Antonio, we have to finish with this thought. Remember, Uncle Randy, that margarita.
Yes.
It's more than just a girl's name.
Yes.
Margarita.
Yeah.
Many say it was socialite. I think her name was Margarita Sames out of Dallas. She went down to Acapulco
Really?
with some friends and invented the margarita,
Really?
which is very popular down in the southwestern United States.
Well, I'll tell you
Past
what.
the tequila.
Young Miss Kira,
Yeah.
you should ask her if she likes a margarita.
She have a
Last,
bad.
last Friday night.
She have a bad day, bad evening.
She got a rash.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, thanks for being with us on Links and Libations, the golf show. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have Art Strickland back on, giving a fuller report, see who makes the cut and who doesn't, see if he survived the night, see if he enjoyed the basketball game. And
And the margaritas.
all right, thanks about that. I got to go buy that margarita. Sounds good for tonight. Talk to you tomorrow, Tim.